I've just started recording now, and I'm going to be sharing my screen with you. And what I ended up doing was I ended up creating a how-to video document. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay, move this to the top here. And what I'm going to be sharing is how you're going to, first you have to set it up. And there is a process. It doesn't take too long. It should take like 3 minutes. If you want to try to do it on your own, that would be great. If you want to try it as I walk you through it. I even thought I would use my daughter's computer to show you, but I don't think I can. I think that's a little high tech for me, but I'm gonna keep going. So let me, before I show you how to, I'm going to show you where mine is. And I'm going to close some of these tabs. So on my screen, how can I get this down here? Let me move down here. Okay, perfect. So my Screencastify is always going to be here on the top right of my screen, and I'm circling it. It's this little arrow. It's like a little pinkish peach arrow, and that's where it will, once you have yours set up, that's where you will find yours all the time. And Screencastify is a Chrome extension, so you want to go first to screencastify.com. And I can give you a second if you want to try to, manipulate your screen. I know right now you're probably going, "How, Patty, my screen is full screen with yours." So hit escape on your keyboard, and you'll see that you'll have access to your own your own task bar and your own keyboard. And if not, again, on your own, you'll be able to do this. Because if I go to Screencastify, it'll show for me on Screencastify that I already have an account. So I thought I could model this, with you. I'm going to go screencastify.com, and your page should be like this as well. And once you're going to see, mine is already installed, so I can't walk through that with you modeling it, so I'm going to just share my how-to with you. So once you go into screencastify.com, you're going to have like this pop up here, and it'll look like this once you start to set up. You want to add the Chrome button. There's a place here that says add Chrome button. You want to go ahead and install that. And then you're going to look for the icon. It's going to pop up again here on your right. Let me go ahead and let me zoom this in because you probably can't see. So the next screen will be a place where you're going to see the button here, and that'll be again at the top right, just like how mine is already at the top right. So it'll pop up. And then the third step, once, I'm going to go through this real quick, but once you go to step 3, this is a step, it'll go through, okay, now we're ready to log into Screencastify through Google. And you want to do that. You're going to see this screen, sign in with Google, and you're going to notice there's this little pink dash button that's open, and you want to leave that open because that button will because you have it open, it will allow all your videos to automatically save into your Google Drive. It is highly recommended. Don't take it off, because you don't even have to worry once you record whether it went into your Google Drive or not. It will automatically do that. Once you continue the steps, you're going to continue to log into Screencastify. You'll put in that information. And believe me, once you have all this set up, you'll never have to do it again. I'm going to share this document with you so you don't have to, and just in case that I'm going too fast. but I really wanted to walk through this screen with you. The next step, you'll see another screen that'll say, oh, I want to allow Screencastify to view and manage my Google Drive. Yes, you do. It is important because by allowing that, you're allowing it to, again, save the videos into your Google Drive. So everything that you're saying yes and allowing, yes and allowing. You're going to walk through another step where it's going to say, do you give Screencastify permission to set up all the cool features, which is yes, you do. You will definitely want them to continue to set it up. So you're just walking each screen. I just took a snapshot of each screen so that you can see it and what you should be doing. So yes, yes. In step 7, we're almost done. There's going to be a place where it says introduce yourself. Yes, you do. You're going to choose that you're an educator because it gives you an option. You want educator, student. If your students are doing this, then you want them to choose student. But for you as a setup for the first time, choose educator because then it just configures your resources that they'll send you, tips and things like that through email. So you'll finally be to a place where you are ready to record. And you'll see that it'll say, now you're done, you're ready to record. And at the end, it even gives you how to record videos. So that is there for you. I don't know if you walked along right now with me in that setup. Don't worry, I just want to know. If you didn't, it really doesn't take more than 3 minutes. I've timed it. So here is something really important. Screencastify is free and it gives you 5 minutes of recording time. Sometimes that's not enough, I believe I had at one point, so there's like price limits, but what's really cool right now is that educators get an upgrade. So you get an upgrade by going into your account. You'll go through and you want to use this code cast_COVID. And then it allows you to have, it's like a premium account. So you'll be able to record for longer periods. Okay. So have that all here for you. So once you have it all set up and, I'm going to walk you through when you should use Screencastify and examples that how I've used Screencastify before. And really, when I started using Screencastify myself in my position, I've started using it last year. And for me, it was a great way to think about this mindset, the idea of like, teachers, you don't have time to always go PD, or, you could record sessions. Another thing that I started to first use them was my emails on how to, the expectations of some kind of new calendar setup that I had, how I could message you with greetings. And I didn't want it to be, when I knew I had a lot of things to type, but I wanted to do the speaking and sharing. So that's how I started using it. And I'm going to show you where mine are. So I can always go to my Screencastify account. And then this is what it looks like when I pop it up. I could right now start recording if I wanted to, but I'm going to show you what my account looks like. Okay, hold on. So Jasmine, yes, go ahead.
Hi, Patty. So I've been trying to follow along, and I guess I already had an account, and I'm just trying to figure this out. I tried to I guess upgrade my account, but I put in that code that you gave, but it doesn't upgrade it.
So you actually have to go, like, get out of your screen, get out of Screencastify, and Google through account.screencastify.com/user/subscribe.
Got it.
Okay, so you actually have to do that.
Okay, thank you.
So that's definitely a way to do it. I did the same thing. I'm glad you brought that up, Jasmine, because you can't go once you're in your account through that. You have to actually go through an outside account. Maybe that's how they're controlling it through this time right now. So just to make sure that you go here. Okay, so let me go back so I can share with you what my account looks like. Here you could see my recordings. And when I had the free version, you could only have so many free, saved recordings. So it automatically saves in your Screencastify, like here. And I also have all these same recordings in my Google Drive. So I have them, and I actually think it was 10 minutes back then, or did I upgrade? But most of my videos back then were about 10 minutes, 3 minutes, 6 minutes. A recent one I just did was 13 minutes, because I knew I could never go past 10 minutes before. And so I just recently did a 13-minute video, so I see that there. So you'll have here, there's really cool things for you to look into. There's also classroom resources there. So definitely you want to go ahead and just check things out. I haven't seen anything yet that shows like lessons, like people haven't shared lessons yet, but they're really good tutorials. So that's where they're housed. That's what I wanted to show you, where it's at. Let me get out of this and out of this. All right, go back to. So when we're looking at when we should start using Screencastify, again, that was how I began to use it. Today, we're going to think about how we can use it now in our new, our new normal, the way we are learning and teaching online during remote learning in our digital classrooms. And I like to put this little symbol here because it reminds me that, exactly how we teach. We're going to have moments where we want kids to, we're going to be working with them, and we're probably going to use like a Zoom platform, and we'll be interacting with them that way. And then there's other times where we're probably going to have assignments where they're going to have to work on their own. And that's how we are living right now. But that doesn't have to end during this time. So I'm hoping that you'll like this platform so that you can use it when we come back to our classrooms, and think about how, it would really save time of thinking about how you can actually give students time to review or learn a new lesson, a mini lesson, and let them pause and reflect and then rewind or play it again. So they don't have that when we are teaching in the moment. And so these are really, Screencastify is a great place. So it allows me to, like how I'm doing right now, to share my screen with you, and I can still teach. So I'm going to show you 2 examples today, so you can see how some teachers are using it. So this one is an example of an ELD teacher using, at the high school level, how she uses Zoom.
Hello, class. Hello, class. This video will show you how to enter the new website called Seesaw. On this screen, click I'm a student. Click I'm a student. Next, sign in with Google. Sign in with Google. Click your name. Your code. Right? It will say you aren't connected to any classes yet. Click enter student code. Student code.
I'm going to fast forward a little bit.
Enter the student code.
If I can get out.
Join class.
Okay, I'm going to stop real quick right now. So obviously in this So this teacher, in her digital learning classroom, she has one day where she has that the kids are going to want to use Seesaw, that she's going to ask them to use Seesaw. The kids supposedly have had experience already using this platform. So, for instance, I might have it in my class that today, this day, students are going to use Seesaw. Seesaw, maybe add your work, use Seesaw today, and then I could have them a link. I could add a link here that will say if you need to watch tutorial, click here. All right, and so then again, it's for our students who maybe just need that extra, reminder how to use Seesaw, but she goes in a little bit further. So I'm going to show you a little more what she's going to do, but she just embedded that. And I'm going to add this to my digital classroom just so that you could see that this is exactly how I would want my students to be organized. It's a day where my kids are not going to have me in a classroom virtual class. It'll be something that maybe I want them to do on their own, and I don't want to take up too much time so that when we're ready to meet in our virtual class, they're going to have it. So let's continue a little bit of what she's going to share. Also, another thing that I wanted to point out, not only does, as she's recording and you're recording on Screencastify, do you notice that there's a white illuminating icon? That's what's going to illuminate throughout your recording. So you don't have to feel like, where's that feature? It will automatically do that. It'll definitely highlight. There is also here on the bottom, this is that she's using these subtitles. That is not in Screencastify. Remember, Screencastify automatically will save into your Google Drive, but it also gives you an option to save into YouTube. I like to save into YouTube. This ELD teacher likes to save into YouTube because we have the opportunity to use subtitles if that's what we need. So once the kids are logged in, she's going to actually give them a mini lesson of what the expectation of the assignment is. So I'm going to just share that real quick, and then we'll go into
and you will see many slides. First, you have to read this sentence in orange. Read it and decide who says this. Which character says this? This is a clue, una pista. You're going to go to the left side. There's names of characters. You will choose one that you think. And you're going to drop it right there. I think Juliet says this line. Next is, how is she feeling when she says this line? You're going to find the emoji that matches her emotion. I'm going to say she is in love.
So I'm going to stop right here because she models two more tasks, two more, so that she models not only how to move the features around, but she also models when they're supposed to be speaking in this lesson. And she keeps showing again how you can show your screen. And my point here, she recorded almost a 6-minute tutorial. That's what she has, 6 minutes. And you have to think about, there was no interruptions, she had 6 minutes. The kids were able to do this assignment. And so with knowing that they have a model, because again, a lot of learning right now, we're removing a lot of visuals and spoken English from instruction. So creating our lessons, the how-to, the model would be a great place for us to use Screencastify so that we can keep them in the library, we can keep them as another, we can use them for another day. Think about what our kids are how they're going to be prepared for the conversation at hand. So think about, yes, go ahead, April. I can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm unmuting. I don't know if you're going to bring it up later, but I've seen the two ways with the Screencastify, which is this way, and then another way is there's like a camera, right, where you can see the teacher at the same time.
I'm going to show you that right now.
Okay.
Definitely. But thank you for bringing that up, because in this session, you never saw her face, right? So I'm going to share that right now. So that was that high school teacher. And if you watched my Screencastify that I used with when I was modeling my ELL coffee chats. And of course, you'll see the idea of when I sent this email to everyone, I gave everyone also links to watch the tutorial, the how-to version, basically, of my introduction for the week, because I wanted to share an overview. And so what I ended up doing was not, again, like I said, I embedded it in the email, but I also added in this screen. Hi, everyone. And then you'll see. Hi, everyone. Me. It's Patty. Oh my gosh, I miss you all. See, I am in my home where I should be. So I also want you to know that I moved my screen there. When you record, and I'll show you how we'll do it, you have an option to move your, because you don't put one in the middle, because then it's going to record right over your slides. So you want to manipulate as well where you want. If you're going to be showing your face, then definitely you're going to manipulate your camera setup. All right. So in for my example, again, I used it on this platform. I try to model for you the idea of the expectations for the week. So think about when we're sending off, I know in Google Classroom, things to do. And I talked about this yesterday when we're designing our digital classrooms, the idea of having a platform, a place where kids can always go back and see what our schedule is. So then I have everyone's doing it differently, but one way is to making sure that it's in a process format. And then of course that Monday, if I'm going to have the teacher, I'm going to record what my expectations are, how the kids can manipulate things, where things are housed that week. And I keep it there so that my kids can always go back. Parents can always go back to help and understand what the work is for the week. And let me get out of here. I'm not going to share my complete because it's really, I go back and forth through many tabs, just like what you're seeing here. I'm sharing the screen, and you can do that too. Now what I'm going to do.
Sorry, Patty. So does it give you the option to have the camera there and then with or without? Okay.
Yes. I'm going to do that right now. Let's do one together. I'm going to model one. Okay. Okay. So I am going to use this today. So I'm going to go to my Screencastify. It's already here. Oops. I'm in the wrong spot. Oops. I'm in the wrong spot. Okay. Let me go to the screen that I want here. Here it is, that little pink icon. It's asking me, what do I want to do? I want to record my desktop. Okay. My microphone's on, everything's on, leave that on. I'm going to record. Of course, there's more options, but I'm going to record because I'm already used to that. I want to record my entire screen, or you will maybe only the window that you have. I'm going to do my entire screen. So I selected it, and I'm going to show. Do you notice already where my camera is, where my face is recording? It's always at the bottom right. Okay, I'm going to share, and it'll go 3, 2, 1. Hi everyone, welcome to ELL Coffee Chats. And today I am going to be going over how to use Screencastify. And not only how to use it, how to set it up, and when would we be a great place for us to use Screencastify with our students. So you will see here that I have steps, and I want you to go ahead and follow these steps. I have screenshots of what it will look like. But if you notice here at the top, I put setting up Screencastify. I didn't tell you, but there it is. It's a full video of these screenshots. So you can watch the whole entire video, or you can go ahead and just follow these directions. And I believe there's many steps, so please make sure that you are following those steps as you go. And one thing that you're going to see here is at the end, it's going to tell you you'll be ready, and it'll even show you how to record lessons besides the one I'm already recording for you. Next up, I have here bright and yellow. Teachers, make sure that you are going to use this great code that's going to give you an upgrade. Make sure you go to this account.screencastify.com/user/subscribe and put in this code. All right, well, you'll continue going through these, and I want you to make sure that when you are in, you come to the section with there's examples for you to watch, click on the image. When you click on the image, it will take you to the YouTube account, okay? And that's what I'm going to want you to do. I'm going to want you to watch how different people use Screencastify. All right, well, everyone, I'm hoping that by today you will be able to create your first Screencastify, and I would love for you to share anything with me, and if you need more help, let me know. Okay, everyone, you have a great day. Done. So once I've done that, I need time for it to download. Notice how it's downloading right here. It's untitled right now. I can even see right now it's 2 minutes and 12 seconds long. It's still downloading. I want to title this Screencastify example. Okay. And at the top, I put setting up Screencastify. I didn't tell you, but you could actually hear yourself. It gives you a place for you to edit your videos if you want to stop it. And then here is where you can actually share. It'll automatically share into your Google Drive. You don't even have to touch any buttons there. But you could also share the, with other groups, like in publish to YouTube. For it to publish to YouTube, you'll need a YouTube channel. But if you press that button, it'll definitely take you there. Is there a question, or was there someone trying to get in? Did someone ask me a question? It says one more. I don't know what it says. No, I don't. And as I was sharing with you, when it automatically goes to your Google Drive, you can share it to YouTube, but look here, share to your Google Classroom. It'll automatically go into, and you could share there. I'll show you what it looks like if you're going to share into Google Classroom. Let me move my screen down here. Okay. You can choose a class you want. I'm going to go ahead and put in Project AMP. I don't know how it's going to save, if it's going to choose an action. I'm going to make it as an announcement. And then I'm going to go, and it should be there. Check this out. And I'm going to post. So there you go. I could view it if I want to, so just so that you can see, how it shows up. And there it is. It's showing up there. Okay. Let me go back. All right. Got it. There we go. I just wanted to. So that's how it will show on your screen. Okay. All right. Let me go back here. We're done. This would be the place now. If you want to see where it's housed, you can, I could just be done with it. And then if you want to see it, it'll show up in your, in all your recordings. It should be the first one. There it is. You see there. And if I went into my Google Drive, I could refresh this and it should be also showing up in my Google Drive. And it's right there. All right. All right, everyone. Well, do you have any questions for me or ideas? Let's go back. This is our time. I'm good on time.
I have a question, Patty.
Yes.
Are we able, so I'm assuming with Screencastify, it's creating like a regular video, right? With it's embedded and everything. Would we be able, I'm assuming we would be able to pull that into a Google Slides, right? And have it on the exact same slide there?
Yes, that's what I did right here. This is mine, right? On my calendar, I was thinking I could have linked it at the very top and said, hey, watch this first. I chose to put it just right here on a slide. And the icon that I put was, the YouTube icon, but we could definitely, excuse me, now that it's in my drive, right, I can go ahead and let me move this over here so you can see. I can insert a video. Now I have the options of inserting the video from that I saved it in YouTube, or I can go to my Google Drive. And remember, I just there it is. Select it, and it's there. Okay, and it should be there. So that is, and it actually gives me an opportunity, like how long do I want to, where do I want it to start? It allows you to do that as well. I think I have to be, it's still, hi everyone, welcome to EL Coffee Chats. It's there. It's a really nice platform. Again, that idea of, especially right now where they're asking us, time for independent, work, and time where we're going to need to meet with our kids in person and live support. So remember that asynchronous instruction is me working independently on something, and the synchronized is that there's a live support. And if I'm thinking about this, to me, I feel it kind of goes a little bit of both. My students can obviously watch the video I created independently, but guess who's there to, modeling how to do it instead of just, directions, do this, do that, do this. Even if we have these, but we need that time where the kids can actually, just like in the classroom, like when they forget or they need that piece or, remember, now you have these little libraries of how-to videos or this live opportunity for the teacher to model the expectations of the week, of the work. So what about, have you guys tried to do one on your own? You want to try, or have you tried logging on, or you want to have some time for that? I can go ahead and stop recording. I'm going to stop the recording of the Zoom video, I think that I can do that if I can stop the video. How do I get out of here? First, I'm going to stop share. Okay. So I'm going to stop recording right now, and I'll take Q&A from you. And so thank you, those who are watching this video of Screencastify. And if you have any questions, you can go ahead and email me and meet me up also on one of the coffee chats. So this is just to stop the recording.